Now, thank you to the two entities who made this possible. Thank you Red Ape and AudioMonsta for actually organizing this so that I could have a chance on this thing right here. This is FiiO's latest and greatest, and I would say most ambitious product ever. This is a streamer priced only at $99 or in Malaysia, it is around 480 Malaysian ringgit in Red Ape's website. Red Ape is basically your one-stop shop for everything other than FiiO. So if you want something along the lines of, let's say, Sennies, let's say you want something along the lines of Moondrop, Hibby, they probably have you covered. So if you're interested, you could get one from them from the unaffiliated links down below. And again, thank you to the second entity, AudioMonsta. They are a self-sustaining, self-owned media mainly catered to talking about audiophile related topics, mainly reviews on IEMs. And their philosophy is very simple, giving you guys very unbiased reviews of products. And for all that being said, let's start talking about this.
I can hear it all the time. I can see it in my mind. Way up there is where I know you are.
Now at this point, we are definitely living in the digital streaming era. Like, it's very obvious. Like, when you hop in a car, when's the last time you actually listened to the radio? You probably have something that's going to be playing via Spotify, YouTube Music, AirPlay, you get what I mean. And this right here is the thing that integrates this whole streaming thing into your life. This is the FiiO SR11. Like I said, again, this is $99, a very affordable and competitive price, or around 480 in Malaysia. The thing about this product is that it probably checks all the boxes that you want for a streamer, but also gives you a little bit more than what you expect. From what we could know, this is probably the cheapest streamer that we could find that has so many types of outputs, as you can see right here. You have USB out, you have optical out, you have coaxial out, and you could use LAN on this as well. So this thing really packs a punch in terms of what it delivers like this. And in terms of what was usually being talked about for very affordable and very good streamers, we usually direct ourselves to Wim. Now the Wim Pro usually is being directly compared to this, mainly because, you know, the only downside of this, like I would say downside, is, you know, it does not have analog input. Everything input related is digital. You definitely need to stream everything. But with that being said, you know, I already decided that I want to stream something, so this thing is probably a no-brainer if you want it. But anyways, with that aside, this thing basically connects to your Wi-Fi, either 2.4 or 5 gigahertz. Both they could do just fine, up to 1000 megabytes per second. And in terms of how it's able to stream, it is also room ready. It is AirPlay ready, which is a very big win. You can feel like everything is being integrated very well throughout. Not gonna lie, back then I used to think, why do I need this when I could buy a cheap U-Green that, you know, basically has a Bluetooth function and call it a day when I'm listening in my living room. But the one significant difference of this and Bluetooth is compression. This thing made me realize that how bad Bluetooth actually is, despite what, you know, the whole thing, like, you know, the newest generation Bluetooth is this good, it's that good. Nah, man. Wi-Fi streaming is definitely more superior, mainly because, you know, it does not have any levels on compression. Because the moment I plug this in, I feel like this thing really takes the cake. Shut up. And also, there's a reason why, you know, my vinyl record's not there. It's because it's been a while since I've dabbled myself in speakers. You can see in the B-roll right here, I'll be reviewing the monitor audio bronzes very soon, sooner or later. But with that aside, I used to just do line out with my phone, which is, you know, a slight inconvenience because sometimes when I want to reply to someone on my phone, it's, you know, not possible. I need to put it there. But with this, the issue solves itself. And at the same time, via Bluetooth and via this, the significance is very huge. Like, basically the most significant impacts of quality is, you know, first of all, resolution, but the second thing is technicalities. You can feel like Soundstage has, I wouldn't say very significant width improvement, but the reach, the depth and the height definitely has improved a very significant amount, where I really was, like, you know, blown away. So overall, with the X2000 multi-core processor in this, every playback is as smooth as possible. Now, the only thing that I would probably complain, and at this point it is nitpicking, is the setup. The only time where I feel like this is a little bit of an issue is during the first time I start using this, which is, probably very common for everyone. The way you need to connect to this is basically just go into the settings, find network, and once you hit connect, you need to connect it on your phone and you need to pair it on the same Wi-Fi. It probably took me around 20 minutes on the first try, just gonna be very honest here. But it's probably just because, me being more smooth brain, it's very hard for me to realize how do I do this. But what I wanna highlight is, after the first initial setup, everything else is as smooth as possible. Like, I get back from work very late. It's 10 p.m. Showered, everything's done. I just sit back in my living room, and what I do is I just switch on all of the switches for my home theater system, open my phone, just click SR11, and that's it. Things start playing. I don't need to lift a finger anymore. And let's say maybe I'm not on the phone. The conundrum of, not having a phone beside you is not an issue. But the next song's a little bit too loud, but I don't really want to get up. So, I have a remote control, so everything is being well thought out at this point. I don't really have any complaints about using this FiiO. This thing right now really screams convenience, and it's at this point, unless very, very specific albums on vinyl are not available on streaming services, I would gladly use this. I think after getting this, it's been a while, like other than the old 60s, 70s, like Sada Watanabe right here, other than the very specific pressings like Ryuichi Sakamoto, everything else mostly I just stream now, because I would gladly have a little bit less resolving resolution, recording the mastering of the tracks to be ever so slightly digitalized for my convenience. Definitely granted, this thing does not beat vinyl in certain situations in terms of mastering from digital stuff to the real analog stuff, but it gets the job done 90% of the time. So with all that being said, if y'all are interested, just go down to the link below and visit Red Ape store to get one. Thank you to Red Ape and thank you to AudioMonsta for making this possible, and thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video real soon. Take care.